My name is Rachelle Smith, certified master fitness trainer, professional speaker, and author. Last time, highlighted my dad, and we talked about one of my most defining moments of fitness that occurred the summer before my 8th grade year. And as I look back now, and one thing that I certainly appreciate, I mean, obviously growing up, in a household, and my parents were great examples of health, having healthy weights. And of course, my dad had received his undergraduate degree in physical education, and spent all these years in gyms. But just the motives, I look back now and I just so greatly appreciate and respect that my father always operated with right motives, and just really wanted to see people well, doing the right thing, feeling great, having a healthy weight, and all of that. And I actually want to start a series here on the importance of motives. And it's often said, motives are everything. Motives are everything. So of course, there's motives that you can ascertain pretty easily, but there are ulterior motives. And I want to speak about a few things as they relate to fitness. And when I think about motives, and we need, particularly as I reflect here on Fitness Friday, we need to always ask ourselves, why do we do what we do? Particularly those of us who have any type of leadership role within the fitness arena or outside of it. We always need to ask ourselves, are our motives right? Why are we doing this? What is our goal? What are we trying to accomplish here? And are our motives right? Because, wrong motives may get people to a certain level, but they will certainly plateau and oftentimes come tumbling down when the motives just aren't right. And so when I think about my own life here, and why do I do these Fitness Fridays? Okay, because I care about people's health, wellness, success, happiness, all of these different things. And I know from personal experience the value that a healthy, fit lifestyle will have. Because I look here, and actually I printed this out, saw my own physician here, my internal medicine physician, Dr. Adrienne Ashmatat. So I had my yearly appointment with her first week of February, and I actually received this follow-up report via email from her on February 7th. And I'm just going to, and it's just, 2 lines. Hi, Rachelle. Just letting you know that all of your lab results look fantastic, as they always do. Keep up the healthy lifestyle. Best, Dr. Ashmatat. Now, she too is a fitness fanatic, and has done CrossFit and is a member of LA Fitness. She and her husband are a member of LA Fitness in Plymouth, Michigan. And so, folks, that is just a very visual example from my own life. All right, it pays to be fit. It pays to be healthy. Okay, yes, I've been in gyms, pretty much my whole life, but seriously for the last almost 23 years here, coming up in May. And so I know the value and the benefits. So that's why I get on here and I espouse and I preach and over again, fitness, health, wellness, all of that, because there's just truly, the results can be phenomenal, just in all aspects of your life, and particularly all aspects of your health. All right, so folks, that's just an example, and I want to continue this conversation about motives. And when I think about what I do professionally, part of what I do, I spent quite a bit of time undercover in various different places, doing compliance audits, doing customer experience audits, all of that in fitness facilities, and of course, outside of fitness facilities as well. And so I had an opportunity on Friday, January 27th, to do a potential member experience audit at a facility here in Metro Detroit. And so 12:30 appointment, and this is one where I was actually going to be working with a trainer, actually work with a trainer. And so it was interesting. So, made it to the appointment, whatever, 12:30, that's great. And so I spent a lot of time undercover. I love being undercover because, again, and that's why, companies, corporations, will have these experiences and have audits done of their corporate facilities as well as franchises, because they want to know, what is the real experience like? I've done a series on authenticity, but just getting an authentic experience when you go in undercover, unannounced, it is amazing what you see and hear and experience. And I absolutely love it, and especially in fitness facilities. And this particular time, went in, and I've done so many of them now, just in all industries, that it's just second nature to me. And so, but I had a real David and Goliath experience here on the 27th, this past 27th of January. where, I walked into the facility and I see people standing around and I'm thinking, okay, these are all, just clients or members and they're just kind of chatting, whatever. Long story short, it turned out one of the people who I thought was a member, working on this particular person's on their weight goals, that was not the case. This person was the trainer. And I remember thinking, and this always kind of goes through my mind, okay, I know John Quinones is going to come in here with his camera crew and say, what would you do? Or somehow these people found out that I'm undercover and this is some big joke, because, this is something that I pointed out in my book, and I'm just a very big proponent of that, just credibility, leadership integrity. And so a trainer in any facility is going to be, or should be, theoretically a leader. And so when a trainer, again, and this was a perfect example of that, needed to be trained themselves. I mean, I was just in shock. And I said, okay, joke's on me. And for the entire 30 minutes, I kept glancing at that door like, this has to be a joke. I know this cannot be happening to me. And it's something I pointed out in my book, and it's a wonderful source that I cited in my book, and it's a wonderful book by Dr. Brian Sharkey called Fitness Illustrated. And one of the things that he pointed out when choosing a gym or any type of fitness facility is, are the staff members, again, not just trainers, but are the staff members healthy role models in terms of health, fitness, wellness? All right. And this is something I'm just a big proponent of that, because again, from a leadership perspective, we always need to be in a position where we are living out our own values and our own beliefs and what we teach other people. All right. And this, again, what I experienced that day was certainly something that was not consistent. And I just kept thinking, and I'm going to think out loud here, and this may sound a little tough, particularly if it's somebody, if there's some trainers, group fitness instructors who need to work on their own fitness. This is going to be tough to hear. But you know me, I'm authentic, I'm going to be real, and I'm going to think out loud here and tell you, for the entire 30-minute appointment, what kept circulating on the rotisserie of my mind was, I wonder how much this person weighs. Oh, their BMI or their body mass index has to be between X and Y. I wonder what happened that this person let themselves go. And the reason why I was at this particular facility, and you should probably know, this was a audit where corporations, when a corporate knows when there's certain facilities that are struggling and there's problems, and I'm telling you, it's a very small facility. You tend to see, this type of issue where you may have trainers and group fitness instructors who aren't necessarily fit. You will tend to see that more in larger gyms because it's easier to blend in. You may actually, not knowing, think they're a member, whatever. But when you're walking into, and as I did, when you're walking into a 3,000 square foot facility, and it's very small, and that those type of things are very obvious. All right. And so, the facility was struggling, and, they want to know what's, corporate always wants to know what's going on in those situations. And I mean, when you have a trainer, and again, there's not, it's just a very tough situation. I could spend a long time going over some of the intricate details and all that, but obviously I can't because I'm bound by confidentiality. But I will just say this to say, okay, from a revenue standpoint, if you're a general manager, if you're an owner, number one, you need to be fit yourself. Another thing that I pointed out in the evaluation, and this was absolutely sad, but the franchise owner was the weak spot of this entire experience that I had. And it was very obvious, and I felt bad because, number one, the owner wasn't fit. The owner was somewhere between being very disappointed and disillusioned and just an ultimate despair. You could tell, just overwhelmed, probably, was thinking to it like, what have I done? His heart, the heart just was not in it. Okay, and when we're working, we're fitness leaders, we're fitness professionals, our heart has to be in it. And this is true outside of fitness. If your heart's not in it, if you're not passionate, it's going to show, not only in your physique, but also in your approach and in your leadership. All right. And so, when your heart's not in a business or in a franchise, it may sound good to start this franchise or that franchise or this franchise because you can be successful. But if your heart's not in it, you're going to struggle. Okay. And then you're going to have people on your training staff that aren't fit. And that becomes a marketing issue because when potential members walk in and they see that, and again, I'm just being honest, I'm thinking out loud here, okay, because you all deserve, your leaders, you deserve to know the truth and to hear the truth and to know, again, there are certain facilities that are just kicking butt and blowing things out of the water, but they have that requirement, someone, actually a local leader here, fitness leader, owner, that I highlighted in my book. His name is Boo Sadicott. And Boo is almost a 20-year trainer, but also owns a personal training studio here in Novi called Fitness Together. That's actually a franchise that's slowly making it top in the charts, moving on up there, but also owns a 9-round fitness in Northville, Michigan. So extremely passionate about training. But one of his criteria for hiring people is you need to be physically fit. Okay, now a lot of people may think that, but he actually has the courage to say that, to make it known, to make it public, to print it. Okay, but what does that, when you think about motives, when you think about, again, someone like that from a leadership perspective who has a very deep passion for fitness, his whole staff, has got to be physically fit, but also he's got master's and bachelor's degree, with, candidates or actually trainers in there with those backgrounds. And so think about what his motives are in terms of opening, not just one facility, but 2 very different types of training facilities. Very passionate about fitness, but he's just an example that I cited in my book as a best practice for that. Okay, from a marketing perspective, the news, the media, all of that, they're always dying to look, and they're looking for facilities to cover, to highlight, because weight loss is something, yes, in the beginning of the years with New Year's resolutions, but it's something that people need, and these news outlets need to cover year round. So they're dying and looking for facilities to cover. All right, but they're not going to walk in there, and you're not going to see Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 7, just here as an example in Metro Detroit, walking into a facility, talking to a general manager who needs to be trained themselves, or an owner who's not fit, or a trainer who's not fit, or they could be interviewing a fit trainer, but then one who's not fit ends up walking behind them in the frame, and that creates a situation where the viewers are sitting there thinking like, now what is this? You know what I'm thinking? And we're real, we're human, people think like that. And that's why I'm just being real throughout my whole appointment. And a good trainer, I'm able to be objective and say, yes, this particular trainer needed to work on their own fitness, but guess what? Very good trainer. All right, and so I just want to challenge us as leaders. Okay, it doesn't matter what your role is, but we have got to be true to our values. We've got to be true to what we're communicating to other people. When I get on here on a Fitness Friday or whatever, okay, you can come to my gym, Monday through Saturday and watch me work out. Okay, and you will see that I live and I espouse the values. When you come here to Rachelle's Kitchens, the things that I'm telling you, I'm living these values. All right, because I can't be fake. I can't be phony. I can't get in front of this camera and tell you one thing and then go to the gym here tomorrow and walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes and do 5 minutes of strength training and go home. No, that's unacceptable. All right, God has given me a platform. I truly care about people. I love people. I want to see people do well. But I know that I have a responsibility to make sure my own life is tight. My own fitness is worth, and I've earned the respect, and I've earned the ability to tell you these things and to share these fitness thoughts with you, okay? Because I live them myself, okay? I've got the good lab reports and the good doctor's reports because I know this lifestyle can make a difference in your life, and it will change your life forever because it has mine. But I just want to challenge us, whether you're just a regular fitness fanatic or you're a gym goer or you're just starting out or you're a fitness leader, you won't even own a facility. Just recognize credibility and integrity is so important. All right, and recognize if you as a gym goer, you looking at different facilities, recognize you deserve the absolute best. And there are a boatload of facilities in this country and that will espouse true values and really help you to reach the next level of fitness, and don't settle until you find one. And so I just wanted to share this with you today, to think about motives. Motives are so important. All right, why we do what we do. Okay, when you're hiring a trainer or group of fitness instructor, so why exactly did you decide to take this career path? Listen to what they say. When I'm undercover, whether I'm auditing, a sales, membership person, a trainer, whatever, the entire facility, I'm always uncovering motive. Okay, why are you doing what you do? Okay, because motive is everything. Okay, inside of the industry and outside of the industry, your top companies, your Googles, your Amazons, okay, General Motors are always, all of these big Fortune 500 companies, particularly Fortune 100 companies, are always evaluating motives. Why do people do what they do? Motives are everything. Motives can truly distinguish the difference between success and failure, and you deserve to succeed, whether you're a franchise owner or whether you are a gym member, you're a gym newbie trying to find a gym, folks. You deserve the best, and don't settle until you find it. Thanks so much for your time. Make it a wonderful day.